But let's talk about this. We're not going to whine about Monday. We're going to talk about wine. And if you're like me, you enjoy wine, but maybe you're not a huge aficionado. And even if you are, sometimes all those choices in a grocery store or in a wine store can be really overwhelming. So I've got Hailey Bohlmam from the wine education website Cork Fizz to help us sort through everything to find the right wines when it comes to our taste, which I really, really, really appreciate. How are you?
I'm good. Glad to be back here.
So good to see you back here again. I'll cheers you in a minute.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So let's talk about strategy when buying a wine. What is yours when you go to the grocery store or a big wine place?
Yeah. So my thing is I always like to try a new wine. I think it's easy to go for that favorite, right? But I'm always trying to encourage, there's so many options out there that you might as well try something new, right? But you got to find something similar, right? You don't want to be overwhelmed.
Crazy.
Right. You're like, you go from one to the other and you know you won't like it, right? So a couple tips that I give. First, it helps to know what you like. Right, so you need to kind of decide, if there's a specific bottle you have in mind, if there's a certain style. I know you're a fan of Sauvignon Blanc, right? Knowing that is helpful, or knowing like certain flavors you like in your wine. Yes. So then you can take that information and use it when you're shopping for wine.
All right, okay. So you've got all that information, and then how do you narrow it down? Say you're not at a big grocery store, say you're at a small wine shop.
Yes. Okay, these are my favorite. This is my top tip. If you have a small local shop nearby, what you're gonna do, you're gonna ask for help. I know that sounds crazy.
Okay, no.
I know, you're gonna you're gonna ask for help. You're gonna give them 3 pieces of information. So you're gonna go in, you're gonna tell them, what is the occasion? What are you buying wine for? Okay. So let's say maybe you're having a dinner party and you're serving roast chicken. Okay. Or maybe you just wanna try a new red wine. Okay. And you're gonna tell them that. Then you're going to tell them, this comes in the part of your favorite kind of wine. What style do you like? You say, oh, I usually go for a Pinot Grigio or a Sauvignon Blanc. Or if you're looking for a red, you could say, I love flavors of cherry and strawberry and maybe a hint of cinnamon. So you're giving them a little more information. And then finally, very importantly, give them your price point. That way they don't lead you, right? They don't lead you far out of your budget. They can find you a bottle that fits right in your price point.
All right, so if I do just walk up to the grocery store shelf, though, let's say, and I don't want to bother the good people of the grocery store with my questions about cherry and cinnamon, what do I go for?
Yes, so this is one where I actually recommend you think of a specific bottle. Okay. So the example I'm going to give, so is this Matua Sauvignon Blanc. I feel like I've seen a lot of people pick this bottle up. Yeah. So what you're going to do is learn the producer. So in this case, that's Matua. It'll say it on the back, produced by. Okay. Figure out what kind of wine it is. So in this case, that's Sauvignon Blanc. Yes. And then finally, where is it from? So in this case, that's Marlborough, New Zealand. Okay.
That I do know. I learned that the hard way from tasting many wines. I only really like Sauv Blancs from New Zealand or Australia.
Oh, interesting.
So I think we should try it.
Sure, we can definitely do that. So this is actually a wine that I recommended to try that's a little different than a Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, this is
But I think you might still like it, yes.
Okay, what is this?
Yeah, so this is a Friulano. This is from northern Italy, and it has very similar herbal elements to Sauvignon Blanc and that same kind of high acidity. And this is kind of one of those tips that I give people when you want to try something even further outside your comfort zone, right? This is one where you search online, maybe you say, if I like Sauvignon Blanc, what should I try? Okay. Or you ask your friendly wine expert like me.
Friulano. Your friendly wine expert. All right, let's try the Friulano.
Yeah,
cheers to this. Okay. Oh. Ooh. I like that.
What do we think?
Smoky. It's almost like a Fumé Blanc and a Sauvignon Blanc got together and said, let's make a Friulano.
Yes, yeah, it's a little bit smoother than I think your typical Sauvignon Blanc, but it's still got some of those similar elements.
I would absolutely drink this whole glass in no time flat. Okay, so Joseph, who is standing by with his glass, he loves a Merlot. I do not like a Merlot, but for him, I'll drink a Merlot, but what have we got here that's like a Merlot?
Yeah, so I would recommend, this is a Malbec from Argentina. It's still got that really great dark fruit flavor to it, and it's same with the smoothness as well. It usually comes in contact with oak for some amount of time, so it's going to be nice and smooth on the palate, but a punch of fruit for you.
My uncle lives in Argentina, and when I was visiting him, I drank a lot of Malbec.
Yes.
And so, I'm not a fan of it. How do we, by the way, what's the best way to
smell the wine, look fancy?
Smell the wine,
give it a
look
little
at the
swirl.
Legs. Okay, I know that
give it a little swirl, and then honestly, just get your nose in there.
Strong.
Give it a good smell. Just enjoy that.
I smelled it. All right. Oh, I like that very much.
Yes. Okay.
Joseph, You're gonna love this. What do you think?
Let me give it a shot.
Because I don't like how heavy Merlot. This is delicious.
It's a little bit lighter than.
Yeah.
But in a way that I still like, yeah.
In a way that you still like.
Yeah.
That's the thing I don't like about Merlot is I feel like it's a little too fruit forward.
Oh, okay.
But I like this. It's smoother.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
Well, you like
yeah.
a Pinot Noir, so you and I are not on the same page on that one.
Let's be real. I like a Pinot Noir, which is like candy wine. Okay, I'm here for that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Again, that was called a Malbec, and that's from Argentina.
Yeah.
And now, to Rebecca's favorite,
Yes.
rosé, which I admit, I do not like rosé. I don't like it. I don't
know.
like
Maybe
it.
we'll get you there one day.
Don't start with me over there. All right, but what is this?
Yeah, so when you told me Rebecca likes rosé, I kind of thought of like your traditional French rosé, Provence rosé. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So this kind of uses that grocery store tip that I was saying where you learn things about the wine that you like.
Yes.
And then change one thing about it. So in this case, with the rosé, I thought about, well, let's stick with the same style of wine, a rosé, but let's go to a different region of the world.
Here we go.
So
Where are we
in
going?
this case, we went to Oregon, so just south of here.
Just to the south of us.
Yeah, and we picked out, so this is from Maison Noir. It's a black-owned winery down in Oregon, and it's made with Pinot Noir.
I love the name. It's called Love Drunk.
Yes, this is really
when
fun.
reality is way better than your dreams. Oh, très bien. All right, did you try it, Bex?
Okay.
Let's try it. Smells good.
It's light. Yeah, it doesn't like punch you in the face with sweetness. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
This might be the first rosé I've ever tried that I like.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not even kidding. Seriously. Is it the temperature you think? Like, what is all the things? I mean, this does not.
Well, you did mention that you like Pinot Noir, right?
Yeah.
So this is a rosé of Pinot Noir, so it's going to be similar to that red, just without as much skin contact.
Oh, look at that. I think I may have, for the first time in my life, found a rosé I can drink. Love Drunk.
Yay, I love it.
I'm not going to get drunk, though, on this, Rebecca. Not this
love the
morning.
name.
It's not even noon, ladies and gentlemen. That is delightful. Rebecca, do you like this? Are you a huge fan? I mean, you are the rosé expert.
No, I really like it.
Do you
And
really?
Oregon, I mean, let's give some love to the PNW.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I am here for that 100%. Okay, this is really fun.
Yeah.
I am glad that you got us out of our comfort zone today. We really appreciate that because, we all get stuck in that rut where we go into the wine shop and we pick the same wine because we know it's dependable.
Right.
But this is why we love having you on. So tell us really quickly before we let you go what Cork Fizz is and how people can find you.
Yeah. So Cork Fizz, it's a wine tasting business that I started. One of the biggest things I'll do is I host private tastings. So these can be done in your home. I'll come to you.
Okay.
I also host these at local wineries as well as wine bars. And so this is a great way if you're someone who doesn't know necessarily what you like yet. I'll help you figure out what style of wine that you like.
I love this. What a great idea. I have a birthday coming up. So
Yes,
what a fun thing to
exactly,
do with friends for a birthday party. Oh, Hailey, this is great. Every time you bring wines, there's really not a wine you've brought me that I don't like.
Wow, well, I feel great about
This one's
that.
a good one.